This episode is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Feel refreshed. That's the Coca-Cola way. Welcome back to the Chronicles of Crawford and Webster. This week, we explore the mysterious death of Miss Cordelia Watson.
Looking back on this, it was the weirdest case of my summer. Never before had I experienced such a batty case. It all started one morning when I got the call to investigate the murder of the old widow, Cordelia Watson. She was one of the wealthiest people in town, so I knew this would be a big case. It all started with Cordelia's maid. Me and my measly assistant, Newt Webster, pulled up to the scene in my new shiny black Wolseley Hornet. Hurry up, Newt, we have places to be.
Sorry, Crawford. I'm just finishing my refreshing Coca-Cola.
Well, hurry up, buddy. As I open the front door, we are greeted by Doris the maid.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for coming. I will take you to Miss Cordelia's room.
Poor Miss Doris seemed very distressed. Entering the scene only seemed to make her worse.
Can I offer you two a cold, refreshing Coca-Cola while y'all are looking around?
Why, sure. Thank you, lady.
While I searched the scene, my eyes fell upon a certain Coke bottle next to the body. The drink had spilled everywhere as if she'd been drinking it and dropped it in her last moments. Newt, make sure to take a picture of that Coke bottle and log it into evidence.
Hello there. What's happening?
On did all Alfonso Jones. He was the old dame's lover and was completely unaware of what had happened, or so he claimed.
Good golly, what happened?
Sir, I know this is a shock, but will you come down to the station this afternoon to answer some questions?
Well, sure, but I would like you to know that I was on a business trip for the past week working at the Coca-Cola factory. I could really go for one of those right about now.
We headed down to the station with Alfonso. Alfonso is still processing what he just discovered, but Newt and I don't think he's all too innocent. Alright, let's cut to the chase. Where were you on the night of Cordelia's death?
I already told you. I was on a business trip for a whole week at the Coca-Cola factory.
Before you left for your trip, how had you left things with Cordelia? Did you just have a fight, or were you all fine and dandy?
We were doing just fine, although now that you mention it, she did seem a little different, like she was embarrassed about something, or she was hiding something.
Interesting. Do you know if she had any close relations with others?
Not that I know of.
It does seem a little odd that she was holding a Coca-Cola bottle when she died, since you do work at a Coca-Cola factory.
Well, don't blame me. Coca-Cola is the bee's knees when it comes to a refreshing drink. Everyone has them in their house right now.
Can't argue with that.
Okay, you're free to go, Alfonso. Don't be surprised if we bring you in for more questioning soon. Alfonso decides to go to lunch with his twin brother Alphonse. Maybe he would have an idea of what happened to Cordelia.
And we'll be right back to the Chronicles of Crawford and Webster. We'll be back after these messages. Do you love Coca-Cola just as much as Kathy? Come on down to your local store and pick one up. Coca-Cola. Feel refreshed.
Ah, my dear brother, it's so nice to see you. I wish it were on better occasions, though, because I have some terrible news to tell you.
Oh no, what's the matter?
My dear Cordelia was murdered last night, and I am so distraught. Who could do this to her?
I have no such idea, but I feel as though I should tell you something. I need to get it off my chest after hearing such news.
You can tell me anything, brother. What is it?
I was having an affair with Cordelia. I never meant to hurt you, but it just happened and I'm terribly sorry.
I'm speechless. How dare you betray me, my own brother and my love?
Please, brother, sit down. We never wanted to bring you this pain.
Do not speak to me again.
Back to the investigation. Newt and I were drinking some refreshing glasses of Coca-Cola when the maid Doris arrives at the station for an interrogation. Good afternoon, Doris. Thank you for coming down to the station.
Oh, it is no problem whatsoever. I just feel so awful about that poor girl.
Ah, yes, 'tis very unfortunate, but we are curious of Miss Cordelia's habits of the past few days.
Let me see. Well, she's been seeing this lad Alfonso every single day this week.
Are you positive, miss? For we have been told otherwise.
Oh, I'm certain. Unless, perhaps I should not say.
Go on, ma'am.
Well, I might be wrong, but I believe that Miss Cordelia has also been seeing Alfonso's twin, Alphonse.
Well, this makes this case more interesting. Thank you for your time, Doris. We will keep in touch if we need to talk again.
We'll be right back to the show. Remember to pick up an ice-cold bottle of Coca-Cola after the show. It's like heaven in a can.
Huh. Bringing the other brother into the mix certainly changes things.
Indeed. I wonder if Alfonso could have possibly known about this. Or perhaps Alphonse made advances on Cordelia and she rejected him. Let's interview someone else and may have seen her with Alphonse. Maybe her neighbor?
Excellent idea. This Coke Doris brought us is sure delicious.
That it is, pal. Now, let's see what her neighbor has to say.
Well, good morning, detectives. What can I do for you?
I'm afraid we bear bad news, Miss Kathy. Your neighbor, Cordelia Watson, was murdered, and we are in the midst of her case.
Oh, dearest me, not sweet Cordelia. Golly, how could a thing like this happen?
That's what we're trying to figure out, Angel Cakes. Mind if we ask you a few questions?
But of course, anything for Cordelia. Right this way, gentlemen. Can I offer you a delicious Coca-Cola?
How kind. We would love that. As Kathy walks over to a table where there are 4 packs of Coca-Cola, Newt and I look at one another in suspicion because of the Coca-Cola she has readily available. Kathy returns and hands them the bottles. Why, thank you, ma'am. You're very kind. Do you mind me asking why you have so many Coke bottles in your house? After all, it is just you living here.
Oh, yes. Why, that was courtesy of Alfonso after his trip to the factory, of course.
I see. And how many bottles did he give you?
Why, I think there must be at least 30. Oh, wait. There was one missing, so 29. Yes, 29, I think. He must have gotten thirsty on his way to deliver them.
I see. Now, what do you know about her relationship with Alfonso?
Well, they seemed very in love. Those two were attached at the hip. But lately, they seem to be fighting more over the past couple months. And I could be wrong, but I think I might have seen her with the other one.
Alphonse?
Yes, but of course they look alike, so I could be wrong. Alphonse has a noticeable birthmark on his forearm, though, and I'm almost positive I saw it last time they were together.
Well, I believe that sums up this case nicely.
You think you solved it?
I believe I have. Newt, gather everyone at Miss Watson's estate, including you, pretty lady. Doris the maid brought everyone in the living room a refreshing Coca-Cola while I prepared for my great reveal. Thank you, Doris. This Coca-Cola is wonderful.
I thought everyone could use the best pick-me-up there is. An ice-cold Coke ought to do the trick.
I gathered you all here today because I know who killed this poor dame, Cordelia Watson.
And who might that be?
Alfonso, you say you were on a business trip for all last week?
Yes, at the Coca-Cola factory, the creators of Heaven in a Can.
You see, that all came into question when we had witnesses placing you here during that time. It was when I discovered that the fine Miss Kathy over here was describing your brother Alphonse and not you that I realized your trip was true. It was Alphonse that spent the week with Cordelia and not Alfonso.
Are you implying that I'm Cordelia's murderer? That's absurd! I cared about her. I would never harm her.
It did cross my mind, yes, but you, Alphonse, had no motive. Newt and I were at a complete loss. It was at Kathy's home that I had a realization. The sweet Coca-Cola. Yes, according to the beautiful Miss Kathy, she had a missing Coca-Cola can from Alfonso's delivery.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Unfortunately, it means everything. You, Alfonso, knew about your brother's affair with Cordelia. Not only did you lie about your knowledge of their relationship, you also failed to mention your business trip ended a day earlier than your previous statement.
Oh, dear God!
So I got the dates mixed up. I was upset by the death of my gal.
It was you who took out the Coca-Cola bottle from Kathy's box, and it was you that poisoned Miss Watson out of jealousy. If you don't believe me, we can always call the Coca-Cola factory together.
Alfonso would never do this. Right, Alfonso?
Alfonso stared at the ground, not knowing what to say.
All right, it's true. I killed her. She betrayed me. What was I supposed to do?
Book 'em, Newt. Back at the station, Newt and I reflect on the case.
Great work, detective.
Oh, Newt, all it takes is good police work and a great drink to go with it. Newt and I took sips from our sweet Coca-Colas.
I'm wondering, how did you know that Alfonso was back earlier than he said? I barely had time to get everyone together. How did you know?
The truth of the matter is I didn't. The perp's confession is all good cop requires.
Thank you for listening to The Chronicles of Crawford and Webster, presented to you by Coca-Cola. Feel refreshed. Tune in for next week's episode, Death on Wallaby Lane.